My childhood crush that rejected me suddenly declares she wants to be with me just as I was about to propose to her younger sister? When I was a teenager, I had a huge crush on my neighbor, Rachel. She was smart, funny, and somehow always seemed untouchable. I asked her out twice, once at 16 and again at 19. Both times she turned me down. "Ethan, you're sweet, but I want to live my life first," she told me before leaving for college in California. I was crushed, but I tried to move on. I focused on school, worked out, and eventually got my engineering degree. Life had other plans. In my second year of college, I ran into her younger sister, Lily. She was struggling in math, so I offered to help. She laughed nervously at my jokes and stayed after class asking questions. At first, I only saw her as Rachel's little sister, but the more we talked, the more I realized she was different. She cared about people. She listened. She laughed at things I actually said instead of scrolling her phone. She didn't want a wild social life. She wanted something real. We started spending more time together, just studying, grabbing coffee, joking around. 4 years later, we'd been secretly dating the entire time. No one knew. Not our parents, not our siblings, not even our closest friends. Honestly, we kept it quiet because everyone had been shipping me and Rachel since we were kids. I loved Lily, and I knew she loved me, but we didn't need approval. Last weekend, I decided it was finally time. I drove to my parents' house with the engagement ring. It was my grandmother's sapphire, a family heirloom my mom had been saving for the right girl. I was planning to propose at the family barbecue when Lily arrived for the weekend. I imagined seeing her smile, giving her the ring, and starting the next chapter of our lives. Then I walked in, and Rachel was there. She'd moved back home apparently and had been asking about me constantly. "Wow, you've really grown up," she said, looking me over. "And successful too. Software engineer, right?" I smiled awkwardly, caught off guard. She spent the day talking about her adventures in college, her trips through Europe, all the parties and people she'd dated. She kept touching my arm, leaning close, laughing too loudly at everything I said. That evening we sat on the porch, just the two of us. "You know," she said casually, "I kept thinking about you, wondering what would have happened if I'd said yes back then." My stomach dropped. "Rachel, I was young and stupid, but now I'm ready. Ready to be serious," she whispered, inching closer. "I know you still love me. You always have." My heart pounded. I couldn't believe it. This was everything 16-year-old me had dreamed of hearing. But now, it felt wrong. Empty. I barely managed to say anything. Her words should have made me happy, but they didn't. I tried to focus on the ring in my pocket, the plan for tomorrow, the girl I actually loved. The next day, both our families gathered for the barbecue. My parents, my sister, Lily's parents, and even her aunt were there. Conversation flowed, everyone joking about Rachel and me sitting together, how natural we looked next to each other. I could feel the ring in my pocket burning a hole in my hand. My stomach twisted. Then Rachel stood up, glass in hand. "Everyone, Ethan and I have something to tell you," she said, grabbing my hand before I could stop her. My chest froze. No, I thought. This isn't right. But Rachel didn't wait. "We're finally together," she said, squeezing my fingers. "After all these years, we're giving love a real shot." The room erupted. My mom screamed with joy. Her parents started crying, hugging, and toasting. My phone buzzed. A text from Lily. "Just parked outside. Can't wait to see you. Love you." My blood ran cold. Seconds later, the door opened, and there she was. Lily, beautiful, in a yellow sundress I'd always loved, standing there smiling. But her eyes froze on the scene in front of her. Her smile faltered, confusion and hurt flashing across her face. I couldn't let this happen. I pulled my hand away from Rachel's and stood, voice steady but loud enough for everyone to hear. "No, this isn't right. Rachel, I'm sorry, but you're too late. The truth is, I love Lily. I've loved her for years." The room went silent. Mouths hung open. Rachel's face went pale. My mom's jaw dropped. I didn't hesitate. I walked straight to Lily, got on one knee, and pulled the sapphire ring from my pocket. "Lily, I was going to do this tomorrow, but I can't wait. You're the one I want. Will you marry me?" Her eyes filled with tears. A long, quiet moment passed. Then she whispered, "Yes." The room erupted again, but this time with astonishment, not celebration. Rachel stormed out, slamming the door, but I didn't care. All I saw was Lily, trembling, smiling, and pulling me into her arms, the girl I should have noticed all along, the girl who had loved me through everything, the girl who said yes.